So I've had a very, very important realization. Um, in my personal life. So I would say up to this point, I have not had the greatest luck in certain areas. I won't disclose those areas because you just don't know who's gonna watch your video. Um, Bottom line, the point is that pay very close attention to the ones who actually fuck with you and the ones who don't. And it's not one of them things where somebody has to cuz I'm very understanding of people living their lives. I'm just not the biggest fan of when somebody is not at the greatest position in their life. Uh I guess you could call it struggling. I'm kind of at that position. I'm not one to ask for anything. I've never been that type of way. I just think it's my time to struggle. I just think that's just what it is. Um, but when you get out of the struggle and then you start having success, and then you end up having more success, whether it be financially or viewership or whatever it is in your own right, and then out of the woodwork, people who could have just casually reached out to you, who call themselves your friends or whatever the case is, all of a sudden wants in. I've always had an issue with that. Um, I've always consistently been able to talk to maybe like two people. And I'm only going based off of people who I've like literally been around. Like we always hang out all the time. You know, I've appreciated the ones who've reached out and we're not in the same state anymore. I've always appreciated that, and I've always respected everybody living their own life. I try not to let my feelings get mixed in with how I feel about other people because I don't want nobody having pity on me. Like I don't want anybody doing anything out of pity just because I'm feeling a certain type of way. I just think sometimes, your life takes you and people that you care about or you thought cared about you or whatever your situation is, it takes y'all in different directions. Um, I do miss I wish I could go back. I really do. And there was times where I wish that I could go back to avoid certain people and maybe mentally I wouldn't have ended up the way that I have now. And it's been a long, long, long road for me mentally to like really get over a hump. But you gotta understand, like, there's gonna be certain feelings that are always there because it's just deeper than friendship, man. It's like a different type of companionship that you value, and you just realize that other people being involved is always gonna fuck it up. And that's just what and honestly I've always had the shortest end of the stick on every single situation. Whether it been it always seems as though someone's always ahead of me. Like someone always gets like the greatest luck ever over me. And I always get just the worst of it. And I'm very impatient, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I have to figure out how to have better patience, but shit just sucks. Like it really does. Like sometimes there'll be days where I feel like, you know, I'm just never gonna make it out of this slump that I feel like that I'm in, whether like mentally. It's more of a mental slump. You know, Luckily I have people around me who are here that appreciate me even if it's only a few. Like I've had people do me wrong in the past that I felt that we were either close or we could get closer somehow. Um, and it's been tough. I don't require a large amount of people, but I think we all as human beings always get to that point where there's always certain people that you just wish that would like stay in contact, or you're able to have like a consistent conversation with every now and again. I think that's just where I am. And it's just hard trying to replace those people because you've known them for so long, or you always had respect, and you always like I had to keep my distance for a long time because I had to get my mind right the best that I could, and it's been tough. It's been hard. It's been real hard. Uh, I can't really cry about it because I mean every tear I've had about any situation I've had to go through, I did already. It's like there's really no room for me to shed a tear anymore, man. It's like I've become heartless in that sense and cold in that sense where it's just like, I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, you can't go backwards. You just can't. And then, people always have assumptions about me, which is kind of tiring. It's mentally tiring because I always find myself having to defend myself. It's like, but I've just come to the realization that nobody cares, bro. Like, I don't even need to hear that somebody cares. It's more of I just see it. Like I can just see that no one gives a damn, you know? And I guess the best thing that I could possibly do is remove myself from any type of, whether it be social media. Like right now, I've deactivated my accounts. I just need it. I think it's just my turn to just disappear, honestly. In the past, I've had suicidal like thoughts. I have. I'm not even gonna lie. And it's been rough. Like it's not an easy thing, you know. Um, Even just some of the issues my family, members of my family go through and that I just think about, it's just really hard. It's a constant battle, but I find a way to try to really just fight through. I really do. I'm definitely aware that I have people who do care. So that is something that I always hold on to. But it is a constant battle. Like I wouldn't say it may be mental health. I mean, I haven't been diagnosed, but I've just been able to deal with it. I have my days just like anybody else does. Like there'll be days where you're down and out, and then there'll be days where you're like the highest that you can be. So, um, I just think it's just my time. Like, um, that's another reason why I wanted to take YouTube very very seriously is because to be able to just seeing other YouTubers have fans and just have a fan base, be able to talk to them about their issues, and then you're able to relate to other different types of people. It just shows that whatever your background, man, you can relate to anybody and you can be inspired by anybody. I have been lacking in the inspiration department for a while now, for some months now, but there'll be spurts of it where I just kind of get a little bit of inspiration to do like music, but it hasn't been easy. Um, this will probably be like this. I want to say maybe the third or fourth time in my life where I'm kind of stuck and I'm lacking motivation just a little bit. It's not crazy to where I can't like do things that I enjoy, but just the consistency aspect of it really. And it does hurt, man. It hurts a lot to know that this is where I am and I kind of got to work from the ground up all over again and try to rebuild who I am as an individual and make sure that I keep people around me who feed me positive energy. So um, I'm gonna just keep praying. I'm gonna just keep fighting, and you know, I'm gonna try to keep finding reasons that are worth living the fullest for. I'm not suicidal now. Like that chapter in my life is completely past. But even with that, people have you know got that misconstrued. People always thought it was over a girl or um just stupid things, and I'm just like, man, it's like I'm as a human being, I'm just apparently in their eyes, I'm just not able to go through things, and you know, family members passing, and my parents divorcing when I was younger, you know, my relationship falling apart, whatever it is, they always try to pinpoint one thing and just stick to that, and it'd be a multitude of things, but I learned a long time ago that don't nobody care what VJ has to say, like as it pertains to just my life, you know. So to the ones who do, you know, I appreciate them 110,000%. And trust me when I tell you, like, I'm not gonna falter. I'm gonna do the best that I can to fight, and then fight harder. And when I get out of this slump, and when I get, well, it's we, like it is definitely we, especially for the people who stick by me. When we get to a height of success, trust and believe, man, we gonna live it up. I promise you that for sure. Y'all stay blessed out there, man. Whoever sees this, you know, we gonna be all right. It's just a slump. To all the people who's going through something tough, whether it be mental with your family, you know, a death, or you know, whatever it is, um, trust me when I tell you, it's not gonna last long. You're gonna get out of it. We're gonna get out of it. Stay blessed.